Faith is a serious business. For some, we may be objects of humor, but we are not seen as humorous. But yet, humor runs through the Bible. Sometimes it relates to the human condition, sometimes it's used as an act of resistance, and sometimes it's used as a literary device to help the action move along. So at the moment, I'm dancing with Esther. Great book, but it does come with the distinction of being the only book in the whole of the Bible where God does not get a mention. Seriously, go have a look. God is not mentioned in the list of cast of characters. And some of the action in this book, way over the top. The king, for example, throws a party for 180 plus days. I mean, how many headaches would you have after that? And the gallows erected for Mordecai is like 6 stories tall. I mean, really? Spoiler alert, Mordecai, no worries for Mordecai. The villain, not so much. Now, to us, that book may seem very odd. However, it begins to make sense if we understand how our Jewish sisters and brothers read the book of Esther. It's read aloud through the festival of Purim, and Purim feels a lot like Carnival. Lots of feasting and people dressing up in costumes. And whenever the name of the villain, Haman, is read, people go boo, hiss. And Esther, the heroine of the piece, lots of shouts of joy and praise and cheering for this amazing sister. You see, the thing is that Esther is a funny book. And if we too read it as it was written to be a spoof or a satire, it makes sense. You see, the world that Esther lived in wasn't safe. She and her people were strangers in a strange land, and they lived at odds with the power and the values of the Persians, the superpower of their day. And so the question in this funny book is a serious one. How do you live with integrity in a time of anxiety when you feel you have little or no agency? Now, just look at Queen Vashti. She told her husband, no, when he called her out to show herself off to the company of this endless drinking party. She refused to be seen as a mere trophy, and she was soon sent on her way. And then comes Esther, the next queen, woman, foreigner, Jewish, outsider. She knew that she had to find another way. And part of that other way was to laugh at the very foibles of human nature, the idea that we are more powerful than God and goodness and justice, love, and righteousness. As Christians, we too live in an alien society. Like Esther and our Jewish sisters and brothers, we too believe in a God of justice and compassion and righteousness and love. And today, there are still some that struggle with a multicultural world. And yet God loves diversity. And the ruggedly individualistic, consumerist culture we live in is as alien to our way of being as that of the Persians to the Jews. You see, justice love is known in our witness. You know that sign that looks like someone is opening an umbrella? Makes me chuckle every time I see it. That sign is to tell us that people are at work. Like in the book of Esther, life seldom comes with stickers that says, God at work. But that's our work. And we will do so with humor and wisdom and cheers and tears and sweat and prayer. The book of Esther seeks to encourage us all. Laugh at the absurdity, and then keep your courage and your strength and change things where you are. What was it that Archbishop Desmond Tutu said? Do your little bit of good where you are. And it's those little bits of good put together that overwhelm the world.